Top 10 Historically Famous Animals. Animals of 2018. 1. Chetak, the war horse. Chetak was the horse ridden by Mewawar's Rajput ruler, Maharana Pratap, during the Battle of Haldi Hatti in 1576. Chetak, a Marwari horse, showed the valiance and loyalty that was characteristic to his breed, as he stuck by Rana Pratap till the very end. When Man Singh, the Mughal commander, charged at Pratap atop an elephant, Chetak raised his hooves and struck the elephant's head, giving Pratap a chance to throw his lance, which missed Man Singh, and killed the mahout. In the clash that ensued, the elephant's tusk tore through Chetak's leg, and crippled him, but Chetak refused to succumb to the pain, and carried Pratap away to help him escape so that the Rajput would have some hope left to rule Mewar. 2. Stubby, the dog who served as a sergeant. Sergeant Stubby, a pit bull, was one patriotic dog. He was the first war dog who offered his services to the U.S. during World War I. He showed up at Yale Field in New Haven, Connecticut, in 1916–17, where he made friends with Corporal Robert Conroy, with whom he traveled to France. There, performed many military tasks, and, for 18 months, served with the infantry in the trenches. He had an acute sense of sound and smell, and used these to warn soldiers, locate and comfort wounded soldiers and save lives. He captures a German spy, all by himself. 3. Sharami, the homing pigeon. During the World War I, Sharami served the U.S. Army Signal Corps in France in 1918. In the battle against Germany, 500 men were trapped in a depression on the hillside with no food or ammunition. They are getting killed and wounded after being surrounded by the Germans. On top of that, they were also receiving friendly fire from Allied troops who were unaware of their location. Major Whittlesey, after 2 failed attempts to send for help, rested his last hope on Sharami and dispatched her. She flew through raining bullets, and eventually fell. 4. Balto, the sled dog. Balto was a sled dog of the Siberian Husky breed, born in 1919. In 1925, when there was a diphtheria outbreak in Nome, the antitoxin to combat the disease was being transported from Anchorage in Alaska to Nenana by train. From there, Dog Sled was responsible for carrying the antitoxin to Nome. Balto led his team on the final leg of the serum run to Nome. Thus, he helped save the lives of many with his service and leadership. 5. Huberta, the explorer hippopotamus. Huberta, initially mistaken as a male and named Hubert, embarked upon a journey from St. Lucia estuary in Zululand to the Eastern Cape, in South Africa, in November, 1928. It was a 1,600 kilometers long journey, and it took her 3 years, during which she became a minor celebrity in South Africa. During her course, she made a stop at the mouth of River Mlanga in Natal, and then, after an attempt was made to capture her, headed towards Durban, where she visited a country club and a beach. She then moved on to the Umgeni River and finally arrived in East London in 1931. 6. Sam, the Unsinkable Cat. Mr. Sam was one brave cat who managed to survive 3 shipwrecks during the World War II. His first survival was in May, 1941, from the warship Bismarck. He was called Oscar, then, and he outlived 2,000 crew members, only to be picked by the British battleship, HMS Cossack, which was damaged in a torpedo that same year, and was ripped through by an explosion. Now named Oscar, the cat again survived this shipwreck that killed 159 men, and was brought to the shore of Gibraltar. He had earned his fame as Unsinkable Sam by now, and he started to live on the HMS Ark Royal, which was also torpedoed. 7. Ilka, the dog who went to space. Ilka was a stray mongrel who roamed the streets of Moscow with the destiny to be the first canine who went to space and orbited the Earth. Born in 1954, Ilka was chosen by Russian scientists to be aboard the Soviet spacecraft called Sputnik 2, in 1957. At that time, the technology to bring back a rocket from the space was not known to man, and neither was the possible effect of spaceflight upon a living being. 8. Ham, the Astrogimp. Ham, born in July 1956, was just about 3 years old when he was brought to Holloman Air Force Base in the U.S., in 1959. Known among the officials and handlers as Number 65 and Chop Chop Chang, Ham boarded a Mercury capsule, with proper training to push a lever. He was not merely a passenger. His space suit and level-pushing performance helped him to return to Earth after a space journey of 16 minutes and 39 seconds, with no more injury than a bruised nose. His flight led to the mission made by the spacecraft named Freedom 7, in May, 1961. He lived a happy life of 17 years, and died in 1983. 9. Mr. Magoo, the mongoose with a life sentence. Mongoose is a prohibited animal in the U.S. The only exception was Mr. Magoo, who had been given to the zoo by a foreign sailor. On 15th of November, 1962, he was taken from the Duluth Zoo and sentenced to death, or deportation back to his motherland, India, causing a huge uproar. While thousands visited him in just one weekend, many wrote to the authorities with a warning against the critter's possibility to escape. 10. Dolly, the clone sheep. Dolly, the sheep, is rightly referred to as the world's most famous sheep. She was the first mammal to be born from the cloning of a ewe's mammary glands, on 5 July, 1996. She was cloned at the Roslin Institute of the University of Edinburgh, and was named after Dolly Parton, the American musician who is celebrated for being busty. Dolly died of progressive lung disease on 14 February, 2003.